This is Colton Cox, and you've reached the Hot Wax Hotline. Hot Wax Hotline. Hot Wax Hotline.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Hot Wax Hotline. It's been quite some time since the last episode. I think May last year, something like that. But we are back, and I'm very excited because we have changed a lot of different things about the way that we do the show and how we record everybody. And I'm especially excited because today we have our very first full band that we've recorded on Hot Wax Hotline. I'm very happy to introduce them. They are Wire Twins. That's these lovely folks right here. Yeah. So let's introduce ourselves here. Why don't we start with you?
I'm Lauren, and I do vocals.
I'm Gus, I play the bass. I'm Nick, and I play guitar.
Sam, I play drums.
I'm Ben, and I play guitar.
Okay. Let's just get right into it. So I always like to start off the show with kind of like a lightning round question type thing. We call it hard pressed. So these are very simple questions. They're not meant to like make you guys like flustered or any of that kind of stuff. They're just stupid questions. All right. So we're going to start off with a really easy one. Favorite day of the week?
Sunday.
Sunday. All right.
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Because of the band.
All right. I was also going to go with Thursday. Thursday's a good day.
Thursday.
Could be sometimes, yeah.
I would say Sunday also because I work in restaurants and we're closed on Sunday. And yeah, it's nice to do literally nothing all day. Catch up on my stories.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, Saturday. I work Monday, Friday, Saturday. Why not?
We'll get a little bit. This will be a slightly harder question, but probably not very hard. Bad Religion or No Effects?
Neither.
Yes.
Thank you.
I literally just picked two of the like better known punk bands, so I wasn't sure what your guys' feelings were taking.
There's a couple of effects structures I fuck with.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the
When
most
I was
clothing is good?
15, I probably would have picked Bad Religion, but I just don't listen to that. So, but
Yeah, I didn't suspect
an
that this was a common listening for you. So,
Yeah.
all right, so let me ask you another one then. At the drive-in or Mars Volta?
At the drive-in.
1,000%.
Whoa.
Did you say Marshall? Well, I think that is pretty indicative.
yeah, that honestly checks out. Explains a lot.
All right. So that was what, 3 for At the Drive-In, 2 for Mars Volta?
I'm going to go in the middle.
In the middle.
He's a Sparta guy.
This one, some of you guys might have answers for, some of you might not. Okay, so what was a nickname that your parents gave you growing up?
Worm.
Warren? Did you care to explain?
No. The full one was Worm Driver, which I never really had like.
That's worse.
And then like Cattle Drive or something.
Full disclosure, Ben's parents are English. Like, very, very English. And very...
That's good to know.
You know, there's like a little bit of...
Belittling your children is kind of like the necessary step.
Huge and great.
Child rearing.
Absolutely, your children.
I've only got 2 more left for you. These are my 2 favorite ones, though. So you can do this an individual thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at keeping secrets?
10 being really good and
10
1
being really good, 1 being really bad.
1, 0.
I was gonna say either 0 or -10.
I am the worst at keeping shit to myself.
Good to know. I'm not going to tell you guys.
You never.
I'm a solid 7. And you can tell for half, Andy.
Yeah, no.
All right. One last one, and then we'll move on to the real questions. What is the most embarrassing store that you could be caught in?
Very
store. Yeah. So, like, for instance, say you're 40-some years old and you're still shopping at Hot Topic.
There are some lines that can't be crossed. I mean, that's topic.
I will say, in order to be embarrassed, I would have to feel shame. And I don't really feel shame about anything that I do.
That's not necessarily bad.
You will catch me in Hot Topic. I'm looking at the anime tchotchkes.
Yes.
Like, no shame.
I got a copy of Walking Disease at Hot Topic.
Yeah, well, clearly I struck a nerve with Hot Topic.
I don't know, the Buckle, that place is
Okay, yeah. It's like
I
that.
like
It's
the-
like,
something that Affliction shirts are sold in.
All right, so that's Hard Press. Like I said, just very easy. Do you guys feel a little bit more warmed up and ready to answer questions?
Worm. Big worms right off the worm.
That's a whole separate show.
Rename the band for.
What? Okay, all right. So we'll start off with how did you guys get started?
oh man, you two. We had been playing together, jamming with a friend. Gus hopped in at one point. Other friend rotated out. Nick moved back in like June, July, and was like, well, fuck it, I'll show up, see what it's all about. And then Ben was the last member to join.
I have my ideas about the kind of bands that you guys listen to, but I would love to hear who your actual like influences are. I'm sure it's a very difficult question to answer, but
It's a very... No.
I hear it. I hear it in the music. Well, yeah, some main influences for you, I guess. We'll say 2 or 3.
We're all pretty all over the place.
Yeah. I would say, like, lyrically, my influences don't reflect the musical influences, if that makes sense.
It does. I don't really know exactly what your words are because it's screaming, so
Right.
really listen to it a few times.
Right.
But I guess what are like some of the content of your lyrics?
Oh, man. I write about what I know. And what I know is that I have a lot of feelings and a lot of anger. And this is my outlet for getting it out. I came up listening to hardcore and punk. Sam can relate in this regard. Bands like Have Heart and Blacklisted, lyrics like that are very emotion filled.
Okay.
Thinking lyrics is what I like to refer to it as. So
Well, what about lyrics? Since you guys are kind of the driving like musical force
Right.
behind it.
They're more like definitely more like hardcore, and then like I don't know. We connected over like Jesus Lizard. And,
yeah, like
like whatever we want to call
post hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
less.
So hardcore and then also post-hardcore.
Adjacent.
It's like, I mean, Nick and I have known each other. Like, what's kind of fun is I've known all of these people all at different stages of my life and then come together. But, like, Lauren and I hung out, listened to hardcore for a long time ago. And Nick and I have, like, bonded over AFI and Bruce Springsteen and, like, Slash and, like,
Yeah.
rock and roll, but also punk stuff. And I don't know.
Cool, yeah. I was just curious because you, even in your guys' song, you can really tell the kind of wide range of influences going on. And, you know, hardcore is kind of the underlying thing, it seems, for the overall sound.
It's hard for us to describe, especially since not a lot of people have heard us. They're like, what do you sound like?
Right.
And we're like, heavy.
And especially when you're talking about like hardcore and metal, there's so many subgenres.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm also trying to like sound like The Cure on some like my so it's like
Real twinkly.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think I told everyone loud and sad. Everybody I think
Nails
since
it.
I was, I don't know, 16 and loud and
You are
sad.
in the Midwest, the home of ethos.
The whole loud sad.
It's like it's music to angry cry to.
Yeah.
Well, good description.
Yes.
So you guys are, you just recorded how many songs was it with Jeff? 5 songs? So you recorded 5 songs with Jeff in our little studio. Is there kind of like a unifying theme to everything, or is it just the 5 songs that you felt were the best to record?
It's our 5 songs.
It's 5 songs. We have like a handful of other like bits and pieces that we're working on, but this was the 5 completed songs that we needed to get out to the world.
Tell me a little bit about the song that you're performing on the show. This way, remind me the name of it. I don't remember the name.
Well, it is called All My Friends Are Whores. Okay. So,
All right.
of all the songs we picked, it had to be that one.
Well, why are all your friends whores?
So, the song is a story, more or less, of I was living in rural North Dakota, pretty close to the Canadian border.
Exciting.
And I wound up with a friend of a friend who was a stripper and like shaved all of her hair off. And she was staying at my house. And she kind of inspired me to kind of embrace my sexuality as a mother and as, you know, embracing this new body that I had developed. So she kind of like that conversation, and I talk about it in the song, was kind of what sparked my journey to discovering my own sexual self and kind of embrace it. I've always been like an overly sexual person, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Sure.
So I try to dilute that, and that was a major turning point for me to stop doing that. Like, I don't have to be palatable to everyone.
Yeah.
I can redefine sexuality and femininity and be a whore and be cool with it. And so, yeah.
Awesome. It's not a subject matter that you hear very often.
No, it's really truly about my journey to starting to do sex work, which is what I do now.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty wild stuff. And it's like not something I talk about publicly. I try to keep it separate.
Sure.
But as I become more comfortable in it, I apparently wrote a song about it, and now everybody gets to hear it.
Well, we can only hope that people's attitudes continue to improve on that.
I sure hope so. I think that they will. It's a very poetic expression of that journey. It's not as bigger as it sounds.
So when you guys are writing the songs, do you have like a pre-existing like track of music and then you write the lyrics over it, or is it kind of intertwined as you're writing that?
So I find these awful giving away your secrets, but then you do drum tracks.
Okay.
And what was the
Vegetarian
grindcore?
vegetarian progressive drums.
160.
No, you just right. I'm going to like screenshot out and send it. Yeah, it's just scouring YouTube for soloed out drum tracks, and then I'll write
Something over and
stuff, and then bring that in, and then we start.
cool.
Yeah,
Building a house.
and I just lyrically, I have like my little blue notebook that I take everywhere with me, and it like sits on my bedside table, and I just scribble like all of my thoughts, and I have like a very chaotic jumbled notes app that I'm just like, oh, this like one random thought, and I'll go back and look at it later, and I'm like, where was it going with that?
Yeah, I used to carry around those little moleskin notebooks.
what I had, yeah.
I used to carry those around, and I go back through them now, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I anytime I scrap something, I just like rip it out, pull it up, and stick it in the back, and I'm like, I might come back to that. Probably not, but I might.
I'm familiar.
I will say that I try my absolute damnedest to not play those shitty YouTube videos. It's really fucking hard to be like, oh, well, he sent me this, and it sounds like... And I'm just like, okay, I will try to do anything other than that.
It's not recorded. It's like some like programming. So like the drum roll is just like there's no like.
Have you considered getting a drum machine or programming?
That's a lot of effort.
There's YouTube vegetarian progressive grindcore drums up and then 47 people. Yeah. Why would
Which I would really hope is facetious or some kind of joke.
God, I hope.
Like, unless that there's someone who's just like, I don't know, really into like the really awful Earth Crisis songs. So it's like, this is what
I know that it's probably real though, because I don't find drum tracks, but I practice my solos and stuff with jam tracks on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's always like chilling, atmospheric backing track in E.
chilling.
It was funny though because I found one of them, the old, I don't know, current or old guitarist from August Burns Red, left a comment where he said, "You don't know how many of our songs were written."
No shit.
Hell yeah!
And that drummer's bad as hell. I mean, not a huge fan of that band, but like that dude can fucking play.
No, but they talked with her.
Oh, whatever. That guy can play too, but like,
I'd say, yeah, that's the secret behind hardcore music is YouTube drum tracks.
I will say,
no, we do not.
no, for the record, nothing like August Burns.
I've opened for him once.
But you have elaborated on those drum tracks and expanded. Yeah, they sound a hell of a lot better than they do when they start. Yeah, you're not just
It'd be
playing.
really easy to just copy exactly what he played over.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, man, shred of dignity. What's left?
Well, and I'm guessing you'd have a little bit of flavor that you add to.
Just a little flavor. That's what I do during the day. It's flavor.
Well, I really only have one question left for you guys. You've got the EP in the works. You've got this episode that we're doing. What's next for you guys? What's in the agenda?
Surely everything.
yeah. This is so close to the beginning. I mean. We were talking about it recently. It feels like we have been jamming forever.
Yeah.
But really, truly, like, hammering out an EP in, like 7 months, give or take?
5, 6, 7.
Like something like that.
And barely even.
Before this was like almost a year.
Yeah.
It was like 8
Yeah.
months maybe plus, and we were playing the same 4, 5 songs for that long, and then that went away.
Yeah,
we started
scrapped
this.
everything. So
And that just like came together like the second that, you know, we all kind of got in the same mindset. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, want to play shows.
Yeah.
Really long.
that's the big goal is let's fucking play some shows now.
Well, I think you guys are definitely in the right direction, getting like a recording for yourselves to show to people and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, that's kind of the whole point of our show is a lot of the groups that have been on here have all been kind of at the beginning of their thing and figuring out what they're going to do. I think maybe 1 or 2 people that I've interviewed have been like kind of at it for a while. So I'm glad that we're catching you guys at the even earlier stage than most people. You haven't played a show yet, you know? So yeah. Like I said, I've been really excited to interview you guys, kind of get to know you a little bit. So, but yeah, I think that's all the questions I have for you today. I will go ahead and let you guys get back to your nights. I just want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in. Very happy to get Hot Wax Hotline up and running again. And once again, this is Wire Twins. Hopefully you'll be seeing them somewhere soon or hearing them somewhere soon. And we're going to have a great night. So...
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
And now presenting Wire Twins, performing their song, All My Friends Are Whores.